education is the engine. Education is why we are seated here. Education is why you can put something on the table. Education is why President Ruto is who he is today. Education is why everybody within that parliament, apart from, except from others, are where they are. So we cannot pretend that, in fact, we cannot pretend that having enjoyed, and their children, having enjoyed the free primary education and secondary that was instituted by Kibaki, now they've just realized that, guys, we can never sustain this thing anymore. These are plot to deny many vulnerable communities in this country an opportunity. Let me tell you, Fred, look at it. If you shift and we go the direction that we are going right now in terms of education, this cost of education is going, the burden, the bigger part of it is going to fall on parents. These parents are the same people who are dealing with the high taxations and cannot even run businesses. These are the same people. Some of them have been laid off because taxes is so high to an extent that some companies are closing. Get that? So if they have been laid off, they cannot even run their businesses. And then now you take the education burden again back to them. What you are trying to say is we are going to have a situation where school dropouts are going to be many. We are going to have a situation where children and families will not be able to take their kids to school. And what will be the ripple effect? People will go back to the streets, and we are going to increase the number of thievery and burglary. So we are going to be in a state where thieves and conmen are so many because an opportunity has been denied by the government. Let me say this. In 2003, when Kibaki looked at the situations and analyzed everything, and then he decided that let's give these kids a free primary education. His intention, he understood that one day the population will be many. Will increase and be too much. But it is the business of the government to adjust and ensure that in whatever they do, they provide the most critical asset you can ever give somebody. That's education. Get that? But look at the Kenya Kwanza regime. During their campaign period, they were campaigning on the grounds of providing affordable education, affordable healthcare, affordable housing. Today, as it stands, nothing is affordable. Education is now on the trajectory of being swept away. And I said it the other time when they came up with the issue of new funding model. When the students realized that this thing is not favorable as it's being made to look like, and the parents also noted that this thing will affect us, the students and the parents went to the streets, agitated against it, and what did the government do? They put up a secretariat committee to look into the issues and areas of advancement up to date. There is no report that has been tabled and said that these are the proposals from the students following the consultations that were done, and this is how we can readjust the affordable, new funding model to suit everybody. Nothing has happened. So what I can say on this issue, Fred, is that the NFM, the new funding model, is faulty, and it's not people-centered, and it's going to kill the education level. It's going to kill higher learning institutions. Number two, reduction of capitation will automatically result into high dropouts. And I want to tell you that very few families will be able to educate their children. Number three, the issue of bursaries. And my brother has mentioned it, and it's good that for the first time I'm hearing, I've heard him talk something out of heart, honestly. You know, it's not something common with people in government. We need to disband the bursaries and put it in one basket so that we can fund education. The critical thing we need in this country, before we look at anything, are two: education and health. You get me? So the MPs must now relinquish the bursary. We have the governor's bursary. In my lifetime, I have never seen anybody who have ever received governor's bursary. Maybe, if you have. Me, I've never seen anyone. In my circles, sijawahi ona mtu amepata bursary ya governor. We have the president's bursary, scholarship. In fact, the president's scholarship, you cannot get it if you're not in the trenches in the corridors of power. So to some extent, it is put there fully budgeted for, but for specific people. If you're not a son or a daughter of a minister, you cannot find yourself in Australia. If you are not Chamge, and I dare challenge my brother to contradict this. If you are not Chamge, my friend, you cannot find scholarship to go to Australia. And it is on record. They are the majority. or those are scholarships that form live within the president's scholarship. Let me just, we have the MCS also issuing bursaries. So we need to collect all these monies, put in one basket, and offer affordable and quality education. Finally, let me just address something my brother raised here, that the government is using this tactic of reducing the number of young people or people who will be asking for jobs. I mean, you cannot deny people food, because if they get energy, they will ask you for what they should do with that energy. My brother, let everybody go to school, let everybody get the academic, and let them do whatever they want to do with that education. In 1997, William Ruto was already a member of parliament. In 2003, when free education was being implemented, William Ruto was serving a second term. And William Ruto was a beneficiary of BOOM at that time. The same replication of HELB, which is currently fighting to do away with. So in short, the guy is telling us that I understand the privileges and the opportunity that comes with HELB being in position and free primary education and secondary being in position. And therefore, I cannot allow you, mtoto ya mama mboga, to get those opportunities.